Because ndị ọma na-ege m ntị.
This Chinese company where they here.
Yes.
Now we on the work. All of you. The 10 of you.
All of us.
So how come when I leave the company, come enter Natch? And which road will I take enter this place now?
We don't get work today. That is why we say we go Yao inside bush.
Make una go do it in.
We go Yao.
Learn.
We go play inside bush.
Play inside bush. Okay.
So we now come back. We miss road. That is why we enter here.
Okay, we miss road.
Yes. We don't know where to go. We see the motor.
So if we put a call now and close to that company now, then go prove say una they work with them, but
yes.
The 10 of you.
Yes.
All of you get ID card.
And some of us.
What's your name? And you?
AM2.
AM2. By your name? What's your real name? Not be AM2.
Anas.
Anas. You are from where?
From Castella.
Kaduna. You from Castella.
All of us.
All of you are from Kaduna State. So who can come to that company? How will take enter this side?
And our carriers come.
Who?
We can't do work. Now work we come for.
Which kind of work when they do there?
And some of us be carpenter, welder, different work.
And when I know see another place where I go play now to enter bush. And 10 of you know Sabi Road again. When I found yourself for this village.
You see motor come out. You see motor come out. You see we can't hear as one person here. It's a wait. You go inside house, come out. We see one man over there.
This is what we are saying in Natch today. Today is the 27th of November 2022. They said they missed their road and they entered our village with sticks. We are on a stick there. Those are sticks we want to carry. They carry stick, enter Natch. But fortunately, our men, they are very gallant. They were able to apprehend them. The CSO is here too. This is what we are saying in Natch. Natch is no longer safe because we are surprised and confused how 10 men we just enter village and they said they are missing a road. They missed their road.
These are the identities of those who are causing insecurity in Biafra land. After surveying the territory, our bushes in the daytime, at night there we go and launch the attack. They work hand in hand with the Nigerian military, with Nigerian DSS, with Nigerian police, and of course as well as some of the Fulefus from Biafra land. Just 24 hours after ESN was deployed to those communities in Enugu State, they have started fishing out those people, and you can see what is going on. ESN has really done a great job since 2 days now that they landed in Enugu State. That is why when we tell our people to always pray for ESN, to always support ESN, we know what we are saying. Support ESN by providing meaningful information. Support ESN with your resources, everything you have in your disposal. Of course, we have known, we have seen some situations where some people from different communities in Biafra land rejected ESN. Finally, they are now regretting it. But I don't want to go into blaming them so much because, like I said earlier, that it was because of the deceit of the governors of the politicians from Biafra land that caused it and made it possible for them to key in to the lineage of those politicians. But at the end of the day, when the Nigerian government with the Fulanese came, those governors, those politicians from the east, from Biafra land, are nowhere to be found. They abandoned those people that they claim that they are following them. The governor of Enugu State, they saying nothing. Other governors are saying nothing. Nothing at all upon the insecurity, the killing that is going on in Biafra land, in Enugu State, in Imo State, Anambra, Abia State, Ebonyi State. And the main bone of contention now, the main concentration now lies between Enugu State, Abia State, as well as River State. The same Boko Haram that they deployed to Enugu, Abia, and the Imo State are the same. They are working hand in hand with their network of insecurity. Of course, you have seen them. This is the things that are happening, and that is why we have to do our best to support the ESN. There is something you have to remember, that ESN, they will not be operating in the entire communities in Biafra land at the same time. ESN requires resources to operate. And most importantly, you have to know that those who are managing ESN, they are not fatalities, they are still human beings. And we have mega resources in our disposal. Look at the efforts that Mazi Sanwo-Oro is putting up. Look at all that he has been doing. That is why in my daily prayers, I do pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will give Mazi Sanwo-Oro the mind, the energy to continue working hard without letting up. Now, of course, you have seen what played out of recent, 2 days ago, the post that Barrister Lloyd Macomed. I said from the beginning that I'm not going to meddle into it, I'm not going to dabble into it, but this will go a long way to make our people understand something, that if you lack persons like Mazi Sanwo-Oro, the likes of Mazi Chike Doziem in the DOS, in IPOB, that means I don't think we are heading to anywhere else. Since Mazi Sanwo-Oro said that he wants to take a break to reflect on his contribution on all that he has done. And of course, you have seen the reaction of the true Biafrans. Sometimes some people do not come out to give you kudos while you are doing something. But know that people value your work. And I thank Mazi Sanwo-Oro specifically for all his endeavor, all his efforts, that he never backed down. He is, well, FreeNnamdiKanu rightfully described him with the word agony chamber. And of course, when FreeNnamdiKanu attributed that description to him, some of the flavors started jumping up and down why Mazi Sanwo-Oro should be called agony chamber. Of course, the leopard or the tiger that secure and protect the nation. That is what it means by agony chamber. Of course, you cannot attribute such name to any other person. When Mazi Sanwo-Oro is the commander of the ESN right now, the one leading them, do you know what it means? They say that uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. So the DOS, we must commend you all, not Mazi Sanwo-Oro alone, not Mazi Chike Doziem alone. There are so many other DOS. So all we are saying is that may you continue doing your great job. Now that Mazi Sanwo-Oro just made that comment, you see, some people have started readjusting. They have started sitting up because they have suddenly realized that if Mazi Sanwo-Oro go ahead with what he said, that means this will be the end of IPOB. This will be the end of Biafran restoration. So we thank you guys. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the efforts that you are putting. We thank ESN so much. And now they are in Enugu. Of course, you know what it means to go in a region that is already inflicted with war, with insecurity. These are men on ground, stick out their neck. They went to Enugu. Amidst of all the arms and all the ammunition, the Nigerian government, the military, with their counterparts, the Boko Haram and the Fulani group, have deployed to Enugu, then ESN still have the mind to go. This is what it tells you, that these are people who are really patriots, who want to protect our people. We thank you so much for doing that. What really touched me was the caption we saw earlier yesterday, that the courts have sentenced the IGP for 3 months in prison for contempt. This is what Nigerian court is saying. Justice Mobilise Olajuwo of the Federal High Court Abuja has sentenced the Inspector General of Police, Usman Akalebaba, to 3 months in prison for disobeying a court order. I want to take a little time to read some of the extracts. Delivering ruling, Justice Olajuwon issued the order following a suit filed by a former police officer, Patrick Okoli, who claimed he was unlawfully and compulsorily retired from the Nigerian Army or Nigerian Police Force. According to the affidavit in support of the suit, the applicant Okoli was forcefully retired in June 1999 after challenging his forceful retirement. Ibadan High Court on February 19, 1994 delivered a judgment in favor of the applicant and quashed the letter of compulsory retirement. The High Court also ordered that the applicant be reinstated with all rights and privileges. The Police Service Commission, in a letter dated October 13, 2004, directed the then IGP to reinstate the applicant and issue a recommendation for promotion in accordance with the decision of the court. Consequently, Okolo instituted a suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/637/2009 at the Abuja Federal High Court, seeking an order of mandamus to compel the enforcement of the order of the Bauchi High Court and the directives of the PSC, that is Police Commission, Service Commission. The Federal High Court in Abuja delivered its judgment in favor of the applicant in October 21, 2011. The office of the IGP appealed the court judgment, but the appeal was dismissed. The applicant took further steps to enforce the order, including approaching the Federal House of Representatives, who then wrote to the office of the IGP. After effort failed, the applicant approached the law firm of Festus Kayamo to commence a committal proceeding against the respondents. Well, getting to this point, we want to find out what exactly happened. Chief Law Enforcement flouted that law, delivering judgment. Justice Olajuwon held that the IGP should be committed to prison and detained for a period of 3 months or until he obeys the order. The judge said it is unfortunate that the chief enforcer of the law is one who has deliberately refused to comply with the same law. It is important to say that the obedience of order of court is fundamental to the good order, peace and stability of the nation. In this case, the nation means the Zoological Republic. The judge held it is a duty which every citizen who believes in peace and stability of the Nigerian states owes the nation, and the court has a duty to commit the individual who has failed to carry out the order of the court for contempt, so as to prevent the authority and administration of law from being brought to disrespect, and order to protect the dignity of the courts. The term of the orders of the courts are clear and unambiguous. This court is satisfied that the respondent presently and those before him has had proper knowledge of orders of the courts. There is no denial of such knowledge, and the receipt of Form 48 and 49. The respondent filed a counter affidavit was duly represented in court by different counsel, who stated how they had written several legal opinions which were not attended to. The refusal and the failure of the respondent to comply with the orders of this court has been proved in this case. The respondent, in this case, the Inspector General of Police, in the person of Usman Al-Kalebaba, is to be committed to prison and detained in custody for a period of 3 months or until he has obeyed the order of the court. Of course, this court made on the 21st of October 2011 in all things that are to be performed, whichever period is shorter. Well, let's just pause it here for us to regurgitate and reflect on what we have said. The court is sentencing the police IG to 3 months imprisonment because he flouted court order. He authoritatively flouted court order. In Nigeria, the Fulanis believe that they themselves are the constitution, and that is why they do not obey court order. Did you recall that last week, the chairman of EFCC was equally sentenced, but at the end of the what happened, they turned everything down. So they don't believe in the Nigerian constitution, and the Nigerian law is against them. No, they don't believe it, because they believe that they themselves are the law. So are you seeing the possibility that the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria will be sentenced to prison? If that should have been the case, then the chairman of DSS should have been sentenced to prison before now. But all these things are by the way. Every now and then they continue flaunting court order. But see, the worst part of it is that the judiciary in Nigeria has no potency again. That is that. They will flaunt their court order. That is the end. Nothing will happen. Look at what is happening in the case of FreeNnamdiKanu. The DSS has consistently flaunted the court order when it was given to them to obey the court order, the condition that FreeNnamdiKanu should be visited, the condition that should be administered to FreeNnamdiKanu, but nowhere. They do not obey court order. This is Nigeria for you. But let's see what happened. Are you seeing the possibility within yourself that the Nigerian police, in this case the IGP, and the government of the zoo, that is the presidency, will obey court order? I'm not seeing the possibility. I am not seeing, but we cannot rule out everything. That is that. We must continue doing what we are doing. We thank the Ezigbo Chineke, the real IPOB ardent supporters who have been doing their best, especially in this critical time, to continue supporting the DOS, to continue giving more kudos to Mazi Chinasanworu, to Mazi Chike Doziem, to all the entire DOS family, as well as IPOB family across the globe. We will not forget the social media warriors, of course, and we know those who are the real one. Everyone is really putting up their efforts. Our greetings go to the entire Biafrans, IPOB families worldwide. We are one of the reasons why IPOB continue resonating across the globe today. We thank you all. Of course, we say that we are Biafrans, and in Biafra land is where we owe our citizenship, and until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. May you remain safe and blessed wherever you may be.